The government is distributing $2,000 stimulus payments to qualified seniors straight to their bank accounts. In this video, we'll go over all you need to know about this new payment scheme, starting with who is qualified. To obtain these stimulus checks, outlining the requirements you must fulfill, and any crucial information you should be aware of. After that, we'll talk about how to find out if you're on the list to get a check and what actions to do. If you're concerned about possible problems or delays, you should take the necessary action. It will also guide you through the time frame for when the payments are anticipated to appear in your bank account. Advice on how to make sure your payment is handled without hiccups, and what to do in the event of an unexpected development. Lawmakers have proposed legislation to give America's older citizens the much-needed financial relief they need. A proposed law that has attracted considerable interest from both parties aims to give eligible seniors direct $2,000 stimulus payments. This finding occurs at a pivotal moment when a large number of older Americans are battling escalating living healthcare costs. Considering the ongoing financial effects of the COVID-19 epidemic, as information about this possible seniors nationwide who are experiencing financial windfalls are keen to learn about the potential timetable and eligibility requirements for these stimulus checks. The concept of although giving seniors tailored financial aid is not new, many have been taken aback by the size and scope of the most recent proposal. The initiative's origins go back to the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic, during the initial rounds of stimulus payments in 2020 and 2021, it became evident that older Americans were more vulnerable in terms of their health and finances. While many seniors got financial aid along with the general population, advocates for older Americans claimed that these reimbursements fell short of meeting the particular difficulties encountered by seniors, many of whom have fixed incomes and must pay more healthcare costs. The latest plan acknowledges the ongoing financial challenges and builds on these previous efforts. Pressure on elderly people. Supporters of the plan contend that older Americans who have contributed to the country's economy throughout their careers should receive more help in their retirement years, particularly now that the pandemic's acute phase has gone. With the current state of the economy, the centerpiece of this proposal is the headline amount of $2,000 per qualified senior. This sum is much higher than past stimulus payments, indicating the recognition of senior-specific financial needs, while the precise qualifications are still being decided. According to the current idea, all seniors who are 65 years of age or older would likely be eligible. However, there might be economic restrictions to make sure the aid is only given to those most in need, yet there is currently debate over these specifics. In contrast to prior one-time payouts, there are talks about turning this into a recurring payment schedule, perhaps quarterly or biannually. This strategy seeks to offer ongoing assistance as opposed to a one-time boost. For seniors without bank accounts, direct deposit is preferred in order to expedite the process and guarantee prompt delivery of monies. There are many who support the elder stimulus plan who suggest using other approaches like paper checks or prepaid debit cards. They claim that this project accomplishes a number of financial goals. These payments could aid in lifting many older Americans out of poverty or preventing them from falling into poverty because many seniors rely on fixed incomes that have not kept up with inflation. By giving money to a group of people who are known for spending a lot on necessities, the checks have the potential to boost local economies, especially in places where there are a lot of retirees and healthcare expenditures are a major financial burden for many of them. These monies could be used to pay for prescription drugs, preventative care, and medical costs. Perhaps saving the expense of long-term medical treatment seniors who have exhausted or insufficient retirement funds may benefit from the additional income, which would increase their financial security. Reintroduced in their latter years, this plan has intensified national and Washington debates. Interestingly, it has drawn support from both political parties. Some conservative lawmakers view it as while progressive, politicians see it as an expansion of social safety net programs. It's a means to support a critical vote population. The program's cost is one of the key causes of disagreement, Detractors contend that it might considerably influence the federal budget, but proponents argue that the measure's economic advantages outweigh its drawbacks. The bill must clear a number of committees before being put to a vote in full in the House and Senate. This could entail compromises, changes to the program, and possible compromises on its details. The present administration's stance will play a critical role in deciding how this idea is handled. Early signs point to a readiness to examine the concept, but the degree of support can vary depending on the bill's specifics once it is passed. For many seniors on a limited income, this stimulus program may have a significant impact on their life. An additional $2,000 might have a big impact. Variation in their standard of living, allowing for improved nutrition, home maintenance, or even minor indulgences they've had to forego. The extra money might help seniors pay for essential medical treatments, prescription drugs, or any potential preventive care they may have been postponing because of financial worries. For many older persons, financial concerns are a major cause of stress. Regular stimulus payments could reduce some of this anxiety, which could enhance their mental and physical health. Additional financial resources. While the possibility of $2,000 stimulus checks for seniors has sparked excitement, there are a number of obstacles and issues that will need to be addressed before some seniors can afford in-home care or house improvements that will allow them to preserve their independence for longer. Must be taken care of. Some economists caution against increasing economic stimulus, since it may lead to inflation and reduce the purchasing power of the very individuals the program is intended to assist. Payments to millions of seniors, particularly those who might not be able to deposit money directly, could provide logistical difficulties, since, as with other stimulus programs, there are worries about possible fraud and the necessity for reliable verification procedures to guarantee that payments are made to the right people if executed as a regular installment. Concerns are raised over the program's long-term viability and potential effects on the national debt. It's useful to compare this proposal's relevance to earlier stimulus initiatives, such as the 2020-2021 COVID-19. While not a stimulus Social Security cost of living adjustments, stimulus payments were more widely distributed, covering the majority of Americans, but they were often less in quantity and only available sometimes or infrequently. COLA sought to support Social Security payments, maintain pace with inflation, although many contend that recent Coke sales have fallen short of expectations. The 2008 economic stimulus program, implemented in reaction to the Great Recession, featured one-time payments to Social Security recipients, but it was a smaller-scale initiative. Sums. The U.S. is not the only country thinking about providing seniors with specialized assistance in 2020. Canada offered qualifying seniors a one-time tax-free payment of up to $500 to assist with rising expenses brought on by COVID-19. Japan's aging population has put in place a number of economic initiatives, many of which support senior persons. If you thought this video was educational, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might find it useful. Also, don't forget to, for additional information and analysis on significant financial policies and their effects on our communities, subscribe to our channel Financial Relief. Press the alert button to ensure you don't miss any updates.